Okay, welcome everyone. So today we're going to explore timeline jumping meditation. So this is a very specific type of meditation to help you expand your capacity to bring your desires, dreams, and visions into your life. So through the meditation, we're actually going to first embody where we are now, right? A big piece of that is embodying this body, this timeline, and then we're going to move into a new timeline, new energy. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Lena Watt. I am a yogi, moon goddess, kitchen witch at heart. I hold lots of retreats around the island and in Bali, women's retreats, women's circles, moon circles. I do lots of meditations. I have a YouTube channel as well. There's over 60 practices on there if you're ever curious about diving in a little deeper. And I work privately with people as well. So yeah, I'm a yoga therapist, somatic movement guide, Reiki healer, energy worker, circle guide, retreat leader, intuitive writer, have my own oracle card deck, Ayurvedic wellness coach. And for me, the most important thing is lifelong learner. I am always maintaining a beginner's mind. I'm always learning from my students. I'm always learning from myself, and I'm always learning from life. I value the sacredness in life, and I like to sprinkle this in with ritual, with my morning rituals, with my evening rituals, with my rituals during the moon, with my menstrual rituals, I think life is so beautiful and sacred. And in our culture, we have this disconnect to ritual. And when we can bring that more into our daily life, these daily rituals we do, it it's like your life is a walking prayer, is how it feels. So I like to hold space for people to come back to themselves, their heart, their center, their inner wisdom, and their inner compass. That's where my name came from. I work primarily with women, although I do work with men too, but mostly with women, teaching ancient wisdom through practical embodied practices in our modern world. So hoping to help unveil the innate knowing that we are all enough, that we are all whole and complete exactly as we are. We are all one, and we are all love. And that's a big thing that comes into this practice, is knowing that you are enough, believing that you can attain absolutely anything that you dream of and desire. So what is timeline jumping? It is a somatic embodied practice using breath. So we will start with breath work. I do incorporate some parts of yoga nidra into it, awareness, visualization to help support you to access a new timeline, a new energy that is more aligned with your desired reality. So it's stepping into who you are becoming, this like potent energy of becoming. Timeline jumping can deepen your experience while shifting, clearing energy in your body that is no longer serving you by helping you access your subconscious. Since our bodies are constantly emitting energy that defines our current reality, right? You're going to always hear people say, where energy goes, attention flows. So if you're continually thinking of, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or that's not possible for me, or that dream's never going to happen, that's where all the energy is going. You're fixating, you're focusing on that. We can use a practice like this to actually retrain our mind and build new neural pathways and step into new frequencies and new energies. So this energy contains a constant vibrational pull, which can often leave us feeling stuck or in a holding pattern or loop. So if you've ever felt like you're in the same place, but maybe it's a different year or a different season, but you're still having the same struggles come up, maybe financially. Oh, I don't know how much money I'm going to be making this month. I don't know how many people are going to sign up for my offering. I don't know if my relationship is going to sustain or if I'm ever going to meet someone. If you're just continually asking yourself the same questions, that's called a loop. It's like a pattern in a loop. So timeline jumping is a technique used to disrupt this pattern and loop and create new energy fields. It can challenge old belief systems and lead to more expansive shifts, growth, evolution, and deep transformation. So if you're on a growth path, it can really accelerate that. If you're in a more stuck energy, it can actually help move you through that stuck energy and into a new energy field. So why would we want to timeline jump? Access your subconscious, heal trauma. Really beautiful way to heal trauma, especially if one of your loops is continually thinking, I'm not enough, in this lack mindset. I'm not enough, or there's not enough. I'm never going to have enough, or even like I'm not lovable. If there's this negative loop that's from like old trauma, it can help move you through that. It can help heal you through that. Committing to you being in alignment with what you are seeking. So there's this saying, and you may have heard it in the spiritual realms, of you are already that which you are seeking. If you are embodying that in your life, if you're moving through your day as though you are already that which you are seeking, there is no more seeking. All of the seeking falls away, and you are just that. You are continually expanding and contracting through your life. Although if there's a doubt or a fear or some limiting belief that is coming in, blocking you from realizing and from fully embodying the knowing, the deep knowing that's within you, that you are already that which you are seeking, it can help align you with that frequency. It can help align you with that energy. Feeling stuck or plateaued, if you're in this energy of feeling stuck or plateaued, or even like depressed or really tired, it can help shift you from there. Inviting change or something new into your life. So if you're planning on moving somewhere or changing careers or bringing in a new relationship or starting a new business, this can be really beneficial and supportive practice. Disrupting patterns, behaviors, or limiting beliefs. Moving past fears. Enhancing your manifestation process and stepping into more abundance. Here's what's possible when you jump timelines. More pleasure and lightness. So letting go of overwhelm. If you're kind of in this energy of feeling stressed or anxious or worried or overwhelmed, or like there's not enough time, it can actually help bring you into this energy of timelessness, right? Because in any moment, we can tap into joy, we can tap into love, we can tap into abundance. It's all around us, it's all within us, and we can move into any timeline. We can shift anything. We are so powerful, especially as women. So moving into this more pleasure and lightness, and we're actually really tapping into your desires, letting go of overwhelm to step into life that feels good and is more tapped into your dreams and that becoming energy, who you're becoming. Can help abundance, more success, attract more clients, opportunities, abundance, whatever it is you are desiring. Deeper relationships. Show up as your authentic self and create connections that feel nourishing and fulfilling. Or you might want to be calling in a new relationship that is more aligned with what you are wanting, or who can better support your needs. A better relationship with money. So healing any of those limiting beliefs around money or around yourself or around what you can do. More abundance. Cultivating a greater sense of peace and fulfillment, and tapping more into your own creativity. So if you're feeling creatively blocked, it can also help you shift and expand into that, right? Because creativity comes from our sacral chakra, and that is the place of our abundance as well. It's also the place of our womb. It's the place of water. It's the place of fluidity. If there's any stagnation there, or excess or limited energy there, our creativity is not going to be flowing fully. We're not going to be in our full creative, juicy energy. So it can help bring us back into those spaces. So how to prepare for your meditation. And I always do this when I'm going to be doing timeline jumping meditation. For me, this is not one that I just do randomly. I will bring more ritual into it, and I will take a little bit of time to kind of visualize and to journal about what it is I am desiring in this moment, which is always shifting and changing, right? Depending what's going on in your life. So it does require you to believe that this transformation can happen with great ease. So when you're visualizing yourself into the future, one of the most potent and important things is to know that that is your future self, that you are becoming this person, and that 100% you can access that and you can transform. So it's letting go of fear. And it's also, you don't want to be trying to escape your current reality. So if I'm in a really toxic, abusive relationship, I'm not just going to keep timeline jumping to escape this reality that I'm in and visualizing myself in a new relationship that's healthy. I'm actually coming from the place where I'm at. So it starts with self-love and self-acceptance. So you need to come to the practice with an open heart and mind and a grounded physical body. So that's what we're going to start in the meditation. We're connecting into heart, mind, and our physical body to ground. If you are scattered and unclear, that is what you're going to bring more of in. So that's why we want to take a moment to kind of hone in, do a little journaling, get clarity. But then when you're in the practice, the biggest piece too is to let go of control. So if I'm guiding you through the practice and you had a visualization of what your future self is or what you're creating and manifesting and desiring and where you're timeline jumping, but something else comes in, that is coming in because that is what is needed for you in this moment. So it's also about releasing control, fully surrendering, being in your feminine, just allowing your mind, your subconscious to take you on whatever journey it's going to take you. But we're creating this pathway right now. So we're creating the pathway and we're focusing in on what it is we are calling in, what it is we are wanting to move into, becoming. Tap into your dreams and desires. This process isn't about judging or denying who you are. So this is a big piece too. In this current moment, right, of talking about being in that toxic relationship. It's about becoming more aligned with who you know you can be and all the possibilities that live inside you. In my past, I was in a very toxic, abusive relationship. So I didn't even know about timeline jumping then. But if I was, it would be loving and accepting Lena in that moment, but knowing that there's something better out there. This is not what I'm choosing for my whole life. Hell no. Right? When I've really struggled in my business in those first few years, I had a deep, deep belief that this wasn't it, that there was going to be growth and expansion, that I was going to be able to help more people. Okay, so here are our journaling questions that you want to take a little bit of time to journal about, and I'll give us a few minutes to journal, about 2 minutes. Doesn't need to take long. So you're going to write down your top 10 values right now, and don't overthink it. Just notice what comes up. What do you value right now? Maybe it's freedom. When I last did this, my first one was like freedom and connection and my health, my friends, my family, and silence and alone time, like time by myself and alone time. My rituals and meditation practices were in there too. My yoga practices, all of those things that support me. Getting out in nature, right? What are you really valuing right now? What is really important to you? And if you only come up with 5, that's okay. And then next, you're going to tap into what is your deepest desire right now? What is something you are wanting to change or expand or shift in your life? It can be anything. It can be in your relationship to yourself, self-love. It can be into a relationship in your life, maybe with your children, family, friend, partner. It can be in work or your business. Maybe you're wanting to start a business. Maybe you're wanting to shift. Maybe you want to change your name. Maybe you want to change your location. Maybe you're wanting to write a book or an oracle card deck like me. Okay, what is like your deepest desire in this moment, right now, at this time? And then you're going to write this down as an affirmation, as if it is already true. We're going to use this in the meditation. So I'll give you an example of mine from last year. I started timeline jumping more since I've had my daughter. And one of the big ones for me was I used to teach retreats in Bali before COVID, women's retreats in Bali. And I loved it. I love traveling. I love connecting with people. I love like diving deep. Yes, I love teaching yoga classes, but like retreats are, oh, like for me, light every cell up in my body. So I wanted to start traveling again and teaching retreats in Bali and in another place in the world. So I wanted to start teaching 2 retreats overseas. And then I was honing into teaching 2 here. So it's like, I want to teach a retreat every season, one in the fall, one in the winter, one in the spring, one in the summer. It's like, I want to teach cyclically. So I created a mantra and affirmation. I am creating a life of abundance, trust, and adventure that allows me to travel twice a year and teach retreats around the world. Just kept kind of visualizing into that, visualizing myself in these places, holding these spaces, teaching these retreats. And I just came back in April. So, oh no, March. I just came back in March from my Bali retreat, which was 90% full. So I had 9 women out of 10, and I filled it in less than 6 months. So, and it was all people I knew. None of them had ever been to Bali. Most of them had never even gone to a yoga retreat. So I just kept calling this in, and it happened. I'm doing it again next year. And next year, I'm going to start doing 2. So I wanted to start with 1 at first, and now I'm going to start calling in 2. I'm going to really hone in on what that second one is going to look like and where it's going to be. Okay. I'm going to stop